Good morning. It's Don Weber Forest Recovery. Out here in the woods this morning, gonna cut up a big oak log. It's really not in the woods, it's guy's lawn, and he can't cut it up, so it's all mine. So let me show you what I got. All right, I got this white oak log this morning, 17 feet long. Right here at the crotch, it's 33 inches wide. So I'm gonna make a couple cuts there with my 41-inch bar. And then it gets down here to about 24 inches. I'm gonna change over to my 30-inch bar. And I'll cut this thing right up. I'm gonna be using my 881. And it's the biggest Stihl chainsaw they make. And getting ready to make some firewood. All right, so I did something I've never done before. As you see that mark there that I made with my little chainsaw through a bunch of mud, that one too. So mud, dirt, rocks makes your chainsaw dull. So if I make my little chainsaw dull, it's okay. But now I got a lot better chance of keeping my big saw nice and sharp and cutting good. So that was a good one. I videoed this at 1x speed, so you're actually seeing it twice as fast than what I actually did it. There I am putting in the wedge. I always call the wedge a logger's best friend, keep from pinching the bar. So now I can cut more of the wood down close to the ground with good control and keep the tip of my bar out of the dirt. I got that piece 99% cut free. I'll finish it off later. Here I am marking the log every 15 inches where I want to cut it with the big saw. I'm also making these cuts the same way I did it at the beginning to get the mud off of the log, so it doesn't dull my big chain, my big saw. The way I'm cutting it right now, I'm pulling the bark and the mud off. I'm not actually cutting through the mud from the top. I'm really pulling it off from the bottom. Technique really worked well on this log. Now I got the 30-inch bar. Be real careful not to let the tip get into the ground. Cutting this through as far as I dare. And moving on to the next cut. This is with my 881 and the 30-inch bar. This is the saw I just put in the high output oil pump. I swear I can tell the difference on how happy my saw is. Now it's got more oil on the chain, on the bar. Just cutting right down the log. Cutting it through about 95%. And we'll roll it over and finish cutting it. you see me putting in a wedge because the log is off the ground by about 2 inches. So I put the wedge in there to mark that cut, and I'll come back later with another saw and finish cutting that because it's off the ground 2 inches. And then I'll be able to roll the logs and finish cutting them. I like running this big saw. Makes short work out of big trees like this. That's why I bought this saw, because a big tree like this, the average person just can't cut it up. And I can. And you get paid for it, cut it up for the wood, or both. And it's a lot of fun to run. Look at all those wood chips flying out of that saw. Watch it right here. Thing's cutting good. And I come back with one of my smaller saws and work in there real careful to finish that cut. I can feel how much wood is left in there, where the wood is, without getting into the dirt. Take my time, drive the wedge in some more. Sometimes you can see, if you hit bark, you can see the darker wood chips. So I've gotten as far as I dare cut it. Maybe I got it all the way. And I take the peavey, a lot of leverage, and roll that log pretty easy. That's at least 800 pounds worth of wood right there. But with that peavey and all the leverage, I can roll it. Now work at finishing the cuts. Again, I'm still cutting through some mud, but I'm cutting from the bottom up through the mud, not down through the mud. Now I'm getting my smallest chainsaw because there's just a little bit more wood to cut through. There's an old saying, if you want to cut more wood, use a smaller saw. So it definitely makes a difference of how much energy I have in my body. The more cutting I can do with a smaller, lighter saw, the more I can work, the more I can get done. Now watch me put the wedge in this log, and I promptly hit it with the bar. Didn't knock it out, but Didn't mean to hit my wedge with the chainsaw. Oh, that time I knew better. I didn't hit it. Got them all loose. Alright, so there's that log all cut up. That one log will make a cord of wood. Over here I got, that's another log cut up. There's another log all cut up. I think that's actually 2 logs right there all cut up. Over here, got about 3 more logs cut up. 1 more that I gotta cut up. And that's my second truckload of wood. So we got a pretty good batch of wood going on here.